A whole lot of us are headed out for the holidays. It's coming. So let's bring in Brian Moody, the executive editor of Kelley Blue Book, you've got us all thinking, you and Mother Nature, about what we need to be doing for this winter. What are the most important safety items to have as we head out driving during the holidays?
Right. Like you said, a lot of people are going to be in the car heading out on road trips this holiday season. That's going to be a lot of people. I always tell them, make sure you bring a little bit of a safety kit, kind of like this. Bring things like a flashlight, not just your phone, but a flashlight that's separate from that. You also can bring cables like this where you have different connectors for all the different types of phones, and make sure that you have a separate cable for each person in the car who has a phone, so there's no arguing or any of that kind of stuff. And bring food, some snacks, some water, maybe even an extra pair of shoes just in case you have to walk and you weren't planning on that.
Yeah, especially if you're in the snowy areas. What's your top tip for making sure a car is ready? We all need to winterize. Cars are built not to break as much nowadays. Right. They seem to last longer and do better. But what's something we should still remember?
Right. Today's cars are reliable, and most people already think of things like tire pressure, washer fluid, motor oil. You think of all those things that we should check before going on a road trip. But one thing that people often overlook is replacing the wipers. Having wipers that give you a clear view of the road can make the difference between a more relaxing and safe trip or something that's stressful because you can't see out the windshield.
Okay, good stuff. On a related subject, you are, as we mentioned, the executive editor of Kelley Blue Book. There has been a lot of talk over the last few months about where used car prices are going.
Sure.
Locally, we have a dealer down here who says everybody drives a used car, and we all do, I guess, once we get off the lot. How are used cars values changing? Which way are we headed?
Well, we see a slight softening in terms of the wholesale prices for used cars, and that's going to eventually translate to a softening of retail prices. Right now, we know that the average price, the listing price for a used car is about $25,000, $26,000. For a new car, the average transaction price is closer to $50,000. So just think about that gap. If you want to save money, even if you're getting a lightly used car, you're going to save some money doing that. But when it comes to used cars, remember, there are certain things that you can do to help improve the resale value when you go to sell it back.
And having all new stuff on it, probably, including the wipers, probably helps that. I've always wanted to ask you guys, what is the sweet spot? What's one thing you can do to make your car worth a whole lot more than you might think when you're getting ready to resell?
There's two things. Yeah, that's a great question. There's two specific things that you can do. So one of them has to do with these Rain-X products. You can use it to clean the interior of the car. And here's why it's important. Because it's not just upholstery and carpet cleaner, it's repellent. Okay, that's different than just cleaning it. Same with the leather treatment. It's not just protectant, it's repellent. When you do spill stuff, and spills are going to happen, it's easier to clean it out and they don't bond with the carpet, right? So this keeps the interior looking newer, longer. That makes it worth more when it has a nice show, when it shows well to go to sell it. The other important thing that most people do not consider when they go to sell their car, remove all of your personal things. Do not leave your air freshener that says, I love Hawaii. Nobody cares whether you like Hawaii or not. You want to remove that. You want that new person to picture themselves in your car, not be thinking of it like, oh, I'm getting somebody else's car. Those two things are very important.
And find the product that is new car smell, and you're in business. Brian Moody, executive editor of Kelley Blue Book. Thank you so much for joining us. Good tips as we head into the winter season. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap for this edition of the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Thank you all so much for watching, and we want to thank the team behind the scenes that make our newscasts possible. Stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.